listen, man, welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight. And if you see, I got on the same clothes because we shot the episode back to back, all right? So I'm not a dirty nigga. Yeah, listen, man. Today we have a special guest today, and we're about to get straight into it. But first, before I do that, we have a sponsor by Kellogg's. No, I'm playing. Tell them who you are.
Hey everybody, it's Amber Monet. I have Elite Diamond Model School here in Brooklyn. So if you are looking to be a model, please let me know. DM me or come to my page.
So give me your page.
Elite Diamond Model School.
Yo, listen, people can't spell, so you gotta spell it for them.
Elite, like how it's spelled, Elite. Diamond, DIAMOND, MODEL, school. If you can't spell that, go back.
Yeah, I about to say, if you can't spell school, that ain't cool. All right, so let's get straight into it, man. Today's topic is about fake sisterhood. Do you think the sisterhood itself is a myth? You think it's a myth? Is it fake? How you feel about that?
Sisterhood isn't fake. What it is people have different values on what they think sisterhood should be, and they put different levels on what it is to them. Because there's like a sisterhood code, there's a sisterhood bond. It exists. You just have to understand what the level of importance is to you. Like for me, I take that shit seriously, and others don't take that shit for nothing. Like, oh, we cool.
Because I see, all right, people have different versions of sisterhood, right? Some people say sisterhood is defend women no matter what, kind of like the feminist movement, when they just defend women no matter what, and then women could be dead ass wrong. Mm-hmm. So, and then you have a sisterhood when people say, no, I will hold women accountable, because I do believe sisterhood should be able to hold women accountable. If that's your sister, you should be able to hold her accountable, because you hold somebody accountable, you're actually being loyal to them, because you want them to grow and you want them to be a better person. Right from what they did wrong. Mm-hmm. So I see a lot of fake sisterhood activities, especially in your industry when it comes down to modeling. I see girls say we sisterhoods, but they'll cut each other's backs, cut each other's throats, right, to get a position to work with set designer or even set whatever over their sister.
Well, I'm going to put this in there. In the modeling industry, fashion industry, everybody is your sis. Unfortunately, that is the term we've decided to use to every female you work with. That's your sis. But when it's like, that's my sister, you've built a bond beyond what you've done, artistically. So it's like, oh, that's my sis. Like, oh, I worked with her before, but that's my sister. I fuck with her outside of this. That's when there's differentiation between the words. So there's a lot of sisters out there. All y'all my sis. Absolutely. I fuck with y'all like that. But y'all not my sisters.
But all right, now you're confusing me, because I thought sisterhood was because like y'all all y'all sisters, not sis.
Like that's sisterhood. Like, they're both two different sisters. There's different levels to that. The sis sisterhood is like, we look out for each other. So if we see something is coming up, we want everyone on game. We want to put everybody on. That's what a sis is. I'm putting you on. See it, do it. Like, I want to see you win. That's my sis. The sisterhood is like when you take that shit to the heart. Like, everything that they do affects you because you taking that beyond. That's my sister. I treat it like sisters that are like, sister from another mister. That's how you treat them, like family. That's beyond a sis.
So, do you take the word sis seriously?
Sis, I don't take serious. Like, cause that makes you my acquaintance, my friend. When I say sister, that is so serious to me, and I take it to heart. Like, if you do me foul as my sister, You did me greasier than my mom can.
Damn.
You did me worse than my dad could. You did me worse than somebody that I loved with all my heart, man wise. You know, because that bond, like that, it sits on your mind differently too. Like it's like a relationship. So, as a sister, and if they betray you in any way, it feels like you just got your heart ripped out because it's like you put a level of trust into that person, and then that person like looked you in the face and was like, "Aha, just kidding," and now I want to fight.
And that's why I say that as a fake sisterhood, because I see it is a fake brotherhood, but today episode is about sisters, right? Because I see it happens over and over, and I see women say, "Oh, that's my sister," "Oh, that's my sister," but the minute you leave out the room, it's a slew of insults going your way. They are blocking your blessings secretly. So I'm like, how is sisterhood real if all you do is don't hold each other accountable and all you do is fuck over your actual sister?
But you gotta also understand that a lot of people have different levels of honorability. Like, there's some people that I'm not even gonna lie, like y'all just ain't shit. Y'all not shit, girls. Y'all not it. Like y'all just, in better lack of words, y'all are not honorable women. Y'all not loyal. Y'all do whatever you want to do. You want to do whatever you want to do to others and expect them to still be loyal to you. You think that others should be running for you, hop, skip, and jump for you, but when it's flip mode, you ain't there. You have excuses. You don't show up. You're not as invested. And that's when you realize that that person that you thought was your sister was really your sis, but you find out later on after you already put in your energy.
That's just sad.
It is. It felt a little personal, but you know, this is the show.
All right, so hold on. This is the show. So, all right. So let me ask you a question. So, have you ever experienced someone calling you sister, but did you fucked up?
Absolutely. I could say it happened more than once, but you know, in particular, there's been a time where one person that I've definitely given a multitude of chances, you know, continuously showed me that I was in a one-sided relationship with my sister. And to me, the bond was so strong on my end that I couldn't put her in a sis mode. But she had already put me in that category without me even knowing. So my whole heart was like, I'll ride for my sister. Even if we don't talk, even if we're not cool with each other in that moment or that day, it's like we're like this. If she's in the hospital, I'm going to come running, even if I'm not talking to her today. You know, like that's the level of respect I put on that person. That's the level of love I felt for that person because that was my sister. Like that person was my family. So I really was offended by the fact that like she didn't take our relationship as serious as I did. And I don't take a lot of people serious like that at all. Like I have like this much tolerance for a lot of individuals. Like I just don't. You know, I'm at the point in my life where I even find that way towards everybody, family included, you know. So it was just like, you know, the way that I felt, you know, it wasn't even backstab because I didn't know and it wasn't lingering. It was like it was like a punch in the face because it just hit me unexpectedly. So there is that, sisters.
Yeah, that to me, it sounds like it still bothers you.
It can bother me because it's a little fresh.
And if it does bother you, it's perfectly fine because we're human. You feel me?
Yeah, and I
So
mean,
it's
and
like
absolutely, I have humility above that. I don't know if anybody else can see my tattoo, but you know, my tattoo on my leg says that I'm humble. So, like, I'm absolutely humble about my feelings and the things that I've been through. A lot of shit has slapped me and put me straight fucking down. So I be really raw with how I feel about my emotions because I don't give enough of my emotions to other people for them to, you know, get me into a way. So when I do, anything that you do that's foul, it hits me. And I think
hold
about
on,
it.
hold on. Keep on talking. I'm gonna give you some water because you need some water right now.
I have water
I need
right
some
here.
water. Oh, you good? 'Cause I need some water too. I'm gonna get some water. Look, keep on talking because right now we're about to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, let me dive in and look in the camera real quick. Okay. See, as a female, we have this bond with each other that we're supposed to be loyal to one another because not many people are being loyal to us. And that's the thing because all females talk about is niggas ain't loyal, da 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 da. So you expect your sisters to be loyal to you. But then when you just doing the same thing, you now a nigga. You on nigga time and I don't like that.
So the sister.
I don't like that.
Nigga time.
Don't like it.
So
Bad sauce.
So, an experience. Give an example of an experience that you had that you called someone your sis, and how did you wrong in what way?
I basically can just say the whole time I had somebody that I loved out my ass, if you want to put it that way, out my soul. Like I would run for any one of her kids, type of thing. Like. I would take money out of my own account to make sure she good. That's the kind of level I was on with Shorty. That was my day one in my heart. But like, come to find out, she was telling people we wasn't even friends. I was like, oh damn shit. Oh, that's news to me.
So let me ask you a question. So did y'all even have an issue? Why would she even tell people y'all wasn't friends? Like what had happened at that moment? How to say that to other people?
I'm not sure what happened in the moment where it came at the time frame where she had said it, because in the time frame when I recall, we were Gucci, we was fine. So I don't know the pretense of where she got that from or why she went into that route. But I mean, females will say whatever they need to say to get something that they want out of another person. And if they know that your sister was blocking you from getting that goal, I don't know her, apparently.
So would you, if she do you dirty like that, is she your sis now or she's still your sister?
In my heart, I haven't denounced her of that title, and I don't demote people until I can have a conversation face to face. Because I'm not gonna put you in a situation where you feel like you can lie to me or avoid me. I want you to say something to my face. Tell me the same thing you told everybody else, and let me see how I react in front of that. And if in that moment I feel like we good, we don't even gotta be nothing no more, I'm gonna assist you at that point. But I can't do that without you being in my face. Like I hate to say it, I'm real gangster about it. So it's like, if you gonna say something, say it to my face first.
This is how I feel. Because the reason why I say it's a fake sisterhood is because I have experienced women in the past when I would deal with a woman and then I would end up dealing with her friend. And let me make this clear. I didn't know they was friends. So let's go years back. I would meet a girl, we would date, had a little fling, we stopped talking. And then I'll meet a different girl at different time. I didn't meet them together, different time periods, different years and everything. So people take pictures with each other, whatever. So you ask the question, do you know this person? And if you do, how close is your relationship? And I have girls told me, oh, we ain't that cool. We just friends, like not friends like that. We more of acquaintances. We good, we not really like that.
We good in the same space.
Yeah, and then you will I fuck Shorty, and then after I will have sex with Shorty, down the line, years later, they will paint this narrative of I'm trying to date two friends, and I knew, and people would just automatically believe the girl. And I'm like, no, what? This whole time y'all really was close friends? And then the other shorty would start showing me receipts of conversations and actual pictures of them in school together or at work together. I'm like, hold up. So this girl lied to me this whole time, but went behind my back to make it seem like I did both of them wrong.
Why do you feel like she lied to you now? Like, what is it that you feel in between that? Like, do you feel like she did you dirty or she wanted something from you?
I think she did both people dirty.
Okay.
Because.
So what was her goal?
Penis. The goal was penis. That's the point. Listen, I can't help if I got good cock and spin you. No, I'm playing. That was a joke. All right, stop. That was a joke. All right. But I'm just saying, man. You know, I'm just setting my OnlyFans up. No, I'm playing. I don't OnlyFans. I'm lying. But my point is like they would do that, and some girls just honestly just want to have sex with persons, right? Or they might want something because, oh, I'm foreign labor. I'm the CEO of foreign labor, and they want X, Y, and Z, whatever they. I don't know.
Do you feel like it was a clout type of chase? Like,
it could have been that way. Okay. Me, I think it could have just been penis. I don't think it could have just been penis. Because
I'd be thinking if it's for your situation, honestly, I think it's a person that could see your potential, see your growth, and see how rapidly you're moving. And they want to be in the same industry and field. So it's like if I put myself in a position where
makes sense.
He can take me with him, I'm going to do whatever it takes so I could be taken on the same journey.
I agree with that. But sometimes it's just penis too. No, but your thing makes more sense though. It makes more sense.
It does because it's like no one could vouch for that, prior to that. So it's like it can't be that reason because they didn't know yet and they didn't have no type of reference to really move off of to be like, all right, that's what I'm running for. They see you blowing up and they're like, I want to blow up too. So let's me climb to the top the way other people climb to the top in other industries.
But then my issue is, like I said,
oh my gosh,
now,
what you used?
Huh?
Were you used?
I think I might have been used. Hey, I was used and abused.
Oh my God, we're gonna use the word.
I was used.
He was.
Yo, hold on, y'all.
French.
I was used. I'm ashamed. Count on me to thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong.
You know the rest of the words? Because I don't know the rest of the words.
That's don't as far as I got. Be afraid. Don't be afraid now. Please believe me when I say, count on. You can count on me. So your friend lied to you. Yo. she couldn't count on you. So
I mean, what it is I couldn't count on her. See, you know what the thing is, though? You know when you see red flags and you be like, oh, no, I could make excuses.
Right, you couldn't count on her because the friend who did you wrong and was calling you the whole time, who did you wrong, you couldn't count on her. But in my situation, like, it literally, they would go back to the friend and then act like the guy is the wrong one. Look at him. He tried to use both of us. And don't forget, he did X, Y, and Z and paint his picture, but won't tell the actual friend, what did you say to this guy?
Why is, if you sitting here saying something like, oh, he's making me uncomfortable, what did you say to make yourself uncomfortable? Like, why did you give him that level of comfort to hit you with that?
That's true. And a lot of times, as I get mad,
y'all be telling half your story, sis. Y'all got to be out there telling the whole story. You know what? Send me the whole text thread before you start showing me things now. Okay?
There's been times when I see, that's why the whole Me Too movement is dangerous. Because women will play their part in it. Like Chris Brown, they'll play their part in it and say Chris Brown tried to touch them or try to rape them. But then when Chris Brown exposed them history and the girl begging for dick, I miss your dick, I want to fuck you, miss him. And because he ghosted her, she came up with that thing.
Of course, but that's a lot of females these days. The moment that somebody puts them or belittles their existence in the smallest way, all of these things are coming out now. Like, you didn't feel that way 10 minutes ago. But now you're curved, and now all of a sudden, you ain't got shit. You broke. You this. You ain't got that. You should have been on timing from the beginning, sis.
You know what's crazy? People call me like the Morgan Freeman of the hood. I got a lot of stories to tell.
Yes, no, don't call yourself Morgan Freeman. He's been old forever.
Now I'm old. I'm not the Morgan Freeman of the hood, or already the Peter Griffin guy of the hood, because Family Guy, he have a lot of stories. He always like, remember that time I did X, Y, and Z, and show a clip of him doing some shit in the '70s. Then he say that shit again, and he be a slave. Like, what? Hello, what? It's like a ongoing like
Time
thing,
warp.
right? So now I give another story. I remember like 2000. I want to say, I don't know what year was it. Maybe 17.
Okay.
I want to say 17. Or maybe 18. 18. I get a tag on Facebook. And the tag on Facebook is about some, it was basically about like guys and girls dating each other, it's like that. But it was like a friendly thing. So I see 3 girls on a post, and they're making little funny subs about me in the comments. Like, yeah, niggas on this post think they slick, try to holler at friends, and the girl like, yeah, you go, girl. Niggas ain't low, and they keep doing that. And the one just keep tagging my name, and the other one just keep laughing at the one who tagging my name. And I look at the 3 girls, and I'm like,
You knew him?
all 3 girls' names start with a K, so it was KKK. So I'm like, yo, that's weird. KKK? All right, whatever. I try to be calm and cool.
Were they fake pages?
No, these are actual girls that I know.
Okay.
So they, yeah, you know what I'm saying, try to be funny. And I you know, I'm just straight to the point. I'm like, all right, listen, y'all can't play me because I fucked all 3 of y'all. You're like, what? I said, no. Tell people the truth. 2 of y'all out of the 3 fucked 3 of my homeboys. And I ain't gonna lie and say shit. You fucked 1 nigga, 2 niggas in my actual team. You fuck 1 nigga and 2 niggas on my actual team. But the funny part about the second one is she got caught coming out of the cab to come see me, and my homeboy like, I said her name was Blanche. Blanche? She said, oh my God. He like, it was good. So she going about quit crying. Oh my God, what are you crying for? He saw me. I was, we had history, and I'm like, okay. She crying, and still getting naked. This shit crazy. And then bent over, and I'm like, okay. And I put that motherfucking cocker spaniel on her. She said, it feels good. The tears went away.
Dried up.
So she was crying, and the minute this cocker spaniel went in her system, I call my penis the penile system. My penis is called the penile system. You get punished. So I gave her a punishment. Nigga, you want to be naughty? Rockatail, 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 rockatail. Because she was wild and she was lying. So I gave her the Legion of Doom. I gave her that judge. 25 to life. Boom. And she's like, hey, ooh, stop. After that, she went back to the. Long story short, she went back to my homeboy and humped on him again after that, right? Long story short. So back to the post.
Shit weird.
I got off track, my bad. But back to the post.
Shit weird.
So I'm like, yo, I ain't saying shit about none of y'all doing that to my boys. So I don't look bad. Y'all all look bad because when I humped on her, she didn't know you. When I humped on you, you didn't know those 2. And when I humped on you, you said you didn't know these 2. But now on this post, y'all playing funny. So let's play this game. And once I expose the information online, you know what happened to the thread, right? Delete. All 3 of them inbox
Honestly,
me.
every time something where you have a rebuttal towards, it just starts to delete because they have nothing else to say.
And then when that shit happened, I'm like, all right, cool, we good. They inboxing me, why you had to go, you took it too far. So I just went back to Facebook. I was being petty. I tagged all 3 back. 1, 2, 3. Why y'all leave, y'all? I leave the post. Like, I don't look bad, y'all look bad. Hence, fake sisterhood.
It's like, let's continue. I mean, they only was being sisters for the moment because, they had a common, situation. So they was trying to ride for each other in the moment. But had they been out in the street, they wouldn't have done nothing.
So let me ask you a question. So Have you ever called someone your sis and then did them dirty?
No, honestly. Mm-mm. Because honestly, for me, I'm going to think about it too long. I have one of those consciences that's like guilty conscience precedes me. That will not let me sleep at night. I got to make sure I'm thorough because I will sit there and think about it, ponder out my ass. And that's mad annoying. You ever try to go to sleep and your brain don't turn off because like, damn, why'd I said that?
You don't get a fucking
migraine.
Yeah, you don't get the one on fucking Vegeta veins
Word,
in your forehead.
on your forehead.
Oh, I can't sleep.
Word. Like, for me, like, even at the smallest lies, like when I was younger, I used to lie about a lot of shit, so my parents wouldn't, beat my ass. I would lie about things and I just know, like, why did I say that? Now I gotta remember it. you know when you just catch yourself in a lie because you forgot what you said, so then you said something else to like now downplay what you said did. My memory's shot. So that's why I tell the truth, because you don't have to remember the truth. That should actually happen.
So, do you think it's okay for sisters, calling someone your sister, to share penis?
Absolutely not. I don't know which lens to look at. Absolutely not.
No matter.
No, because you and me should not have the. I don't care what time period it is. I don't care what it is. We should not be having these same experiences at all. I will cut you off, even if you're my family member. Like, even if it's on spite, like, oh, you say you went to, my ex-boyfriend and you're my sister, even a cousin. If you do one of those things that is beyond you, clipped. I don't even see me in person. I promise you, clipped.
So let's just say, for example, let's say it was a fling. You and a guy had sex once. I said y'all had sex once, right?
Okay.
Boom. Y'all decided to be friends, and y'all wasn't talking no more at all.
If I don't give a blessing to that situation, don't do it.
Hold on. But it's your sister, and then she knows that you and the person dealt before. She knows this, and then she starts to have a liking towards the guy you slept with once, and they start to
build a situation.
Is that acceptable?
No.
Why? How? Because they could be a perfect item together.
I'm sure
you wasn't her man,
but at the same time, like it's like
you wasn't his girl. I mean,
but at the same time, you gotta think about it this way: like, if you are my sister, and
it's fair game to be perfectly honest.
I hear you, but with the sisterhood here, we should not have any of the same experiences. Like, we should not have had the same moments. We should not know the same mattress. We should not know the same hallways. Like, we shouldn't have, had those similar. I took 3 steps up this staircase and had to bust a left and had to bust another left, and now I see the door on the right. We shouldn't have those same experiences at all. Like this, that's giving me that R. Kelly, Usher vibes. Like, same girl.
So let's say, all right. So let's say that if the person didn't know that you and him had a fling and they got together, and then when they find out that, oh, Amber is my sister, and they had a fling, but she refused to cut the nigga go, how would you feel then? That's fair game then?
It's really not still.
It is because she didn't know.
Because at the same time, the only person that should not be in the know is the guy. Because if that's your sister, you already spoke about what you did and dealt with. And that's a part of your sisterhood. Because
Makes
it's
sense.
Like, as your sister, I'm preparing you to go out into this world to not touch anything I touched.
By telling them your story.
Yes, like, okay, sis, I dealt with son, okay? Don't touch him.
So I'm asking a question.
There's like millions of other niggas.
So did that ever happen to you before? Did you ever dealt with a guy and then you told the girl, listen, I fuck with X, Y, and Z, and then the girl still went behind your back and slept with the guy?
Absolutely. Honestly, and that's why, you got to look at the situation and be like,
so you told in detail. Like,
I don't even know if I told it in detail, but I mean, because I'm very private about certain things.
You're right. I mean, detail, like, listen, I ain't going to, because some people like, yo, we used to talk, and they don't they don't
You
tell
can't with
that they
your
had sex.
sisters. With your sisters,
you would say you
are
had
not
sex with
gonna
them.
say, "Oh, we talked," because that gives it a fair ground for you to just.
That's
be
what
like,
I'm talking about.
You run with
By
it.
detail.
So it's like you have to say, "Sis, we did this." Or this is, or while it's happening, you're explaining this, so that way in the future, if me and son don't work out, you still don't go in that route.
So you told her like the girl, me and him lay down together, and we fucked and we watched Netflix To Make a Murderer, and we watched Hey Arnold.
Those details of what we watched isn't that relevant.
No, it makes sense because think about it. If you watch these type of things, you showing people like, listen,
I spent time.
Right,
we
actually, because to make a killer, it's like an hour episode, and like
so
probably
how
10.
You have to express that is like
that's 10 hours of.
I spent the night, so now it's like it wasn't a peace out type of situation. I spent the night. We cuddled up like this, like you know what I'm saying. Like we cuddled up. We woke up with each other the next morning. We had breakfast.
And she's doing
like that's showing the level. That's showing the level of where we fucked with each other at.
So how can she still be a sister after that?
I mean, if in the situation here, she made it seem like she didn't do nothing. So I'm over here trying to protect her in the situation. Like you know what? Because I've had history with son, let him know not to do that with you or not to deal with you or speak to you in that way because you're feeling uncomfortable. Whole time being lied to. I don't know which one I look at, but
so was you mad at him after you found out the truth?
Once I found out the truth, I couldn't be mad at him because he wasn't aware of the situation, even though I felt that he was. And so when I was put abreast of the situation and found out that he was not aware and that he was being lied to, then I understood why he moved in the way he moved. Because a very thorough nigga is not going to be like, they just not friends like that. But if they really was friends, they would be like, nah, that's sticky. Nobody wants to put themselves.
But he could be lying too. Maybe he did know. He's lying to you and saying like, I didn't know.
And everybody ain't shit. That's what it is. Honestly, like you gotta be about yourself.
Let me ask you,
We're
K.
too old.
Let me ask you, K, something real quick before we go. UK, do you believe that the sisterhood is real or fake? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Entanglements. He's shy.
It's real to a certain extent, when it comes to things when they do. What's that? I'm like, I thought it was my camera. When it comes to certain things like, I'm going after somebody that once their sister wants to talk to and they don't want them to know, it's a sticky situation because they don't tell them all the information. They probably tell them that the guy tried to talk to them, but really it'd be them trying to talk to the guy. And then, they turn the whole situation around because they never even hear from the guy because they're already mad that they talking, so they're not talking to the guy, so they never find out the full situation. So,
Yo, you make sense. I literally been through that, son. That's why I had to ask you, K, another guy, a male perspective on that because I literally been through that. And a lot of women don't want to admit that. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm a very honest person. I will tell you exactly what happened. If I'm tricked, I'm like, nah, I was tricked. Don't put me in that type of bullshit.
But at the same time, it's like you got to be accountable as a woman. Like, why would you want to deal with a man or lay with a man, somebody you're close with, laid with? Like, that's weird. It's like that's weird energy. Like, you basically, in retrospect, if you want to put it in math terms, me and sis done had a relationship. We done lay with each other because now we just.
But that's the goal. We want kissing cousins. No,
that's not it. So it's like at the end of the day, it's weird energy. Like, why would you want to go through my experiences? It's like you saying to me, you want to go through the same car accident as me. That's wild. That's wild. Oh, I'm gonna drive this. I'm gonna get the same car.
But why is a car accident if the sex was good? I mean, you had the same ride, same roller coaster. Girl, you gotta try the roller coaster. This shit, yo, that thing was, what? It had me that's what it's compared to.
I mean,
If it was tragic, they're not gonna understand that. Why would you want to repeat the same abusive shit that I've been through?
Right.
Then that makes
Or
sense. But the guy was elite
anything.
and he was good in the bedroom and he made her squirt. Why shouldn't a sis want to experience that squirtastic thing too? Especially if she's a squirter.
You don't
Don't answer that question. That was stupid. That
You
was
don't want to
dumb.
have those
I was joking.
situations.
I was joking.
No. Could you just imagine, like, oh, sis, me too? Like, fuck out of here.
What, girl?
What's wrong with you?
He made me squirt
Like, that's
too.
the type of pluck in the forehead. Like,
Girl.
What?
Girl, did he eat your ass too? Yes, he did, girl. Yes, he did.
on some real shit, any female that hears that afterward and they really fucked with you as a sister, you're going to get snuffed. I'm just putting that out there.
Yo, one more thing before we go. I remember this one shorty that I was talking to and back and forth, flirting back and forth with this girl. You know what I'm saying? We off and on for like we barely like did anything, but we did have sex. But
how can you barely do anything but you did have sex?
I mean
Could you just imagine? I barely ate anything on the plate. I barely ate anything on the plate, but the plate's empty.
No, but let me.
I had dinner.
No,
I ate the food
like,
though.
That was a good one.
I ate the food.
But
Barely ate it. Barely had it though.
No, let me explain what I mean by barely had it. It's like y'all can have sex one time, but y'all be
Nothing
talking,
flourished.
but y'all never did anything after that. And you're like y'all just been talking, and it's not really.
So it didn't
it's not
flourish.
really a
It didn't
thing.
blossom.
It's something that just happened.
It was just one of those
So,
moments.
you gotta
But we
think-
also got to get out of that as a culture. We got to get the fuck out of having moments.
I agree.
Why are we like? I'm gonna say y'all because I'm not in that phase of my life. I'm not into moments. We building things. So if we having moments and that's your goal, just to have a moment, don't even try to have a moment. We gonna have glimpses. We're gonna have glimpses. Something so short term and so minute, we can't even say. Like, I will not recall anything. We're not doing moments. We're not doing moments at this big age. 30 plus, we should not be doing moments no more.
So like I was saying, so when that shit happened, you know, the girl hit me up like, "Yo, X, Y, and Z, shorty was claiming you or like downing you X, Y, and Z to make me not like the shorty." But in reality, is we're doing the same exact thing to the shorty. Like, nah, that nigga, blah 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 blah. And then when all three people was trying to have a conversation,
Now it's lies.
the person act like we are putting her in the scenario versus she the one that started.
She the one
it.
that started it.
So how do you, before we go,
Silly rabbit.
a
Tricks
person
us
like
for kids.
a person like that, what would you
It's-
call them?
A narcissist.
That's a good answer.
That's
But
a
that-
narcissist. That is somebody who wants to play a victim in the situation. You caused the problem. It's like somebody who causes a car accident and says, "Oh my God, why'd that happen? You didn't press the brakes, bitch.
Yo,
You did that."
So listen, right? We're gonna wrap this episode up. That was funny. That was a good one. But before we wrap the episode up, man, give me your social media platforms again.
All right, so I'm Amber Monet. You can find me on Instagram at only__Amber Monet, AMBERMONET. And my model school here in Brooklyn is Elite Diamond Model School. It is the way it's spelled. If you don't know how to spell that, go back to school.
And I'm also I have my modeling school too. It's also called Elite Diamond School. We are rivals. We are competing, and if you want to join my modeling school to destroy hers, I welcome it. I take anybody. If you can't walk or you can walk, 'cause I'm just a hater like that, and that's just the end of the story.
Wild.
Later. That's crazy.